Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got 5 more really cool knives that I think you should check out. And you can check them out because they are all available right now. I'm going to link them right down in the description for your convenience. It does help my channel when you use my links, but that's up to you. The idea behind this series is to expose people who are new to the world of knives to things that are really cool. And if you've been around for a bit, these are things that I think deserve a second look. If you want more information on each of these knives, because we're going to be moving really fast today, you can definitely check out the full comprehensive reviews of each model on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much to my generous patrons who are supporting me. There's a link for Patreon right down below, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. So the first knife we're going to be talking about today is the Maxis Helictus. This is actually the 2.0. I didn't get a chance to handle the original one, but this guy is awesome. This is a big knife. It's got just about a 4-inch blade, at least just about 4 inches of cutting edge. We're looking at M390 titanium and carbon fiber. This is kind of like the quintessential, titanium frame lock flipper running on bearings. Like if you're looking for that, if this is your first venture into, oh, I just figured out that these exist, this is a really good one, right? And the price you're gonna find is right around the general territory that you can expect. The geometry is good, the blade is good, the balance is good, the pull from the D10 is good. This has a very satisfying and snappy flipping action. It's also got great ergonomics, and it's just a generally good design. There are a bajillion titanium frame lock flippers out there that are doing essentially the same thing, but this one just gets all of those little things right. Right? I mean, like, for the longest time I was like, oh, the ZTO 562 Ti is like the best one, and it's really good. But if you want something just a little bit bigger, or you want to try something different, man, the Helictus is awesome. And Maxis, if you've never experienced them, wow, their manufacturing quality is absolutely off the charts. Moving on here, one that is substantially less expensive, and that's the Ruik Rake. I can't pronounce the name. Ruike P661. Wow, are you freaking kidding me? This is coming in at $28. I talked about this thing a while back. It's just an amazing budget knife. It's not a big knife at all. It's actually just a little, it's not a tiny knife, but it's a small EDC knife. It's one of those knives that I believe it's in 14C28N, G10. Honestly, I think it runs on nylon, but honestly, at this price, who cares? This is one of the best priced knives just for all around fit and finish and materials, things like that. It's one of the best priced knives out there. I really just can't argue with it. If you're looking for, just a simple EDC knife to carry day to day, right? If you're just doing normal, so you're not taking it outside and chopping trees in half with it, the P661 is amazing, right? Office carry or just general EDC, whatever it is that you're doing, this is just a really good knife. And if you lose it, oh well, it was 28 bucks. Moving on here, one that is also not horribly expensive, but not necessarily a budget knife. I really think that this knife has flown under the radar for a ton of people, and that's the Spyderco Polestar. Not quite a budget knife by my standards. This guy comes in at 80 bucks. So not inexpensive, but far from expensive, especially considering the other knives that I've got on this list. Spyderco's kind of like main inexpensive, like kind of introductory knife is the Tenacious, and it's okay. Honestly, I'd rather go with the Polestar. I think it looks better. I like the scale material better. The CTS BD1 is, I don't know if we can call it that much better than ATR 13 MOV, but I think the majority of the people you talk with will prefer it. I just like the overall ergonomic lines, the access to the liner lock, just the ease of manipulation. I think this knife is just an overall better design than the Tenacious, and I think it'll give people a better example of what Spyderco brings to the table, which truthfully, it's their edge geometry. It's their like the way that they heat treat their blades and their blade geometry make short work of everything. Spyderco knives, if you are new, they're ugly. We know. Believe it. Those of us who collect Spyderco knives, it's not like we're like, you know what? I think they look pretty nice. No, they look ridiculous. But the reason that we like them is because they are incredibly utilitarian. And that blade geometry, man, if you want, hey, don't take my word for it. If you're going to try one, try the Polestar. This is a great knife. There's much less to complain about overall than the Tenacious. I've reviewed both. You can watch it. This is a great knife. Moving on here, one of my favorite knives of 2021. This knife is back and available right now, and that's the Knives Esprit. You can get it in full titanium, or you can get it in carbon fiber and titanium. Either way, this just has a wonderful overall ergonomic profile. There's lots of open space. If you don't like being confined, depending on how big your hands are, you might be confined anyway, but this has a nice big open landscape as far as where you can put your hands. It also has a straightforward utilitarian blade shape, just a spear point or drop point blade, whatever you want to call it. It looks good. It's not taking any risks in terms of the aesthetic, right? I mean, in contrast, this versus the Spyderco Polestar, I think 99% of us are going to say, the Esprit looks better, right? It's just a handsome looking blade. Easy to manipulate, very, very easy to manipulate because they didn't put a flipper tab on it, which is what everybody does with everything, right? If you like flipper tabs, then great, but this knife definitely needed a thumb stud, and that's exactly what they did with it. This is CPM 20 CV, and like I said, titanium. If you go with titanium, the all tumbled one, the bonus is that they did an orange peel texturing on the titanium, which is beautiful, and there's no way to really see it in the pictures on the retailer, so I suggest you go to my review and check out the one that I did. Wow, it's really, really beautiful. And last but not least, this is a knife that pretty much everybody who's been around for a while knows about, but if you're new, you might not. If you like big, tanky knives, you like American-made knives, and you like premium materials, look no further than the Benchmade Adama, specifically the manual one. The automatic one is a little bit scary, and it's kind of unnecessarily priced. This guy at about 250 bucks, I think is reasonable. The best part about this is that this has been upgraded since its original form. It came in extra unnecessarily chunky and in D2 steel for honestly way too much money. Now they've slimmed it up a bit, making the cutting geometry a bit better, just the overall ergonomic experience a little bit better. It's less blocky and more friendly to the hand, and they are using the best part. The cherry on top is that it's in CPM crew wear. Oh man, if you've been looking for a heavy hitter knife, a jackhammer of a knife, this thing is purpose built with the better ergonomic profile, the better blade geometry, and the mega upgrade into crew wear steel. This is 250 bucks well spent. Keep in mind, this is a big knife in a different way that the Helictus is a big knife. If you got the Helictus and you got the Adamas side by side, they're both about 9 inches. But holy crap, the Adamas really dwarfs it in terms of just the overall geometry of the thing. It is seriously a tank of a knife. If you're really going to take your knife out and beat on it, right? First of all, you should be using a fixed blade. But if you're going to do that, the Adamas is definitely one that can take a little bit more abuse than your average folding knife. Guys, that's going to be pretty much it today. I really like doing this series. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Like I said, links for everything right down in the description. You can check those out if you want. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do of course have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.